Okay, today I'm going to show you how to split and repot a Venus flytrap. People are often concerned about potting these sort of plants up because they think they're something special, and apart from the fact they're carnivorous, of course, they're just like any other normal plant. Now, this plant's been in this pot, I guess, for 3 or 4 years. It's obvious that there are several plants in here now. The plants gradually divide up. They produce sort of a cross between a bulb and a rhizome. It's an odd structure. If you take the plant out, as we will in a second, you'll see that the leaf bases, when the leaves die off, the bases remain intact and remain alive, and they'll actually produce like a chain. So it's like a segmented rhizome, but not really a rhizome, but we'll refer to it as that for the purposes of this. It's this plant in here, so it's been here quite a while and it's clearly in need of a repot. Now I've tidied this up in preparation for the winter, removed all the dead growth and exposed the live rosettes. It's lost its taller summer leaves and is simply now left with these flat, sort of fairly non-active leaves. So the first thing to do is tip the plant out. So upside down, give it a shake, and in theory, there we are, it comes out in one piece. Now simply remove the compost from around the plants. Don't need to be too careful with this. And you'll see the individual plants come apart pretty easily. They're fairly brittle. Take the first one out. There we are. There's a single plant there. Now what we have here is an individual plant. So what you need to do is take any dead pieces of leaf off. And there we are, ready to be repotted. I'll do another couple. Slightly larger one here. Here with the larger, older sections of plant, you'll notice that the rhizome I mentioned a minute ago is attached to the base of the plant. And what you can actually do is, getting your fingers in between the main plant and the rhizome, just snap them off, snap them apart, like thus. And what you're left with is this little stubby piece of rhizome with dead leaf bases, sorry, the live leaf bases and the dead leaves, and the main plant itself. Now don't actually throw this in the bin, because this will regenerate. These leaf bases have a dormant lateral bud by each one of them, and the idea of that is, like with any plant, if you get a plant, say with a stem, if you cut the stem off any part along its length, you'll find that it will re-sprout from what becomes the top leaf. It's a safeguard against a plant being damaged. It has this dormant leaf bud ready to take over if the main plant's damaged. So we can pot that separately. Now when it comes to potting these up, remove any of the old compost. And it's pretty obvious how deep to put the plant in. The white section of the leaf base was under the soil, and the green part obviously is in the sunlight. So what you need to do with these guys, to repot them, they go in straight moss peat. There's a pot here with the peat in it. All you need to do is dig your finger in the compost to make a hole, and then, holding the plant with your left hand, gather the leaves together. So you hold the plant thus, so the roots and the white part of the leaves are exposed. Then simply thread them down into the pot and firm around with your fingers. Let go of the plant, and there we are. That's one plant ready to put back on the benches. When you repot them, as with any plant, give them a good soaking with rainwater, just to ensure that the compost is washed around the roots properly and the plant's really well bedded in. When it comes to the rhizome sections, do exactly the same. Pull off any dead bits, roots downwards, make a hole in the peat, thread the roots in, and then just press the compost around to secure them, and again give them a good watering. And they'll re-sprout a little bit later in the year than the main plant, obviously. The main plant has its growth point intact. It's ready to grow straight away when the weather conditions are right. Cuttings typically take 2 to 3 months to get going. Then just treat them as you would adult plants. Full sun, stand them in rainwater, hot summers, cold winters. You can see how to prepare plants for the winter season when they die back on one of our other videos.